In order to be successful at coin problems, you need to understand the difference between quantity and value. Okay, quantity is the number of. It's the number of tickets, the number of coins, the number of metal discs in your pocket, the number of splashes you could make at the little wishing well at the mall when those used to exist. Value is going to be in dollars or cents. That is a very different thing. You could have 3 dimes, so that's 3 little kerplunks that you would, here's your little disc, it's going to get tossed into the water, right? And then your water creates these concentric circles and it goes kerplunk. So that's 3 dimes. If you needed to buy something for $1.50, that's not enough. Okay, but $1.50, like that's kind of like looks like 1.5. I don't care. That's $1.50. That's not 30 cents, so that doesn't work. If my son were here, he'd be like, but wait, that's just 1.5 and this is 3, so you have more of 3. That's because he doesn't understand the difference between quantity and value. Value is going to be dollars and cents. So if I have D dimes, well, let's say I have 3 dimes, so I have 30 cents. Let's say I have 19 dimes. I have 190 cents, which is the same thing as $1 and 90 cents. The way I'm getting this is I'm doing 3 times 10, or 19 times 10. I'm doing the quantity times the individual value to get the total value. So if I had D dimes, to get the value of D dimes, I would again multiply by 10. So the value of D dimes is 10D. The value of Q quarters is 25Q. The value of X nickels is going to be 5X. This is all in cents, what I just gave you, though. If I were going to say the value of Q quarters in dollars, the value of Q quarters in dollars would be 0.25Q. The value of X nickels in dollars would be 0.05X. The value of D dimes in dollars would be 0.10D. So make sure you keep track of the difference between dollars and cents, which will bring us to these practice problems. So the value of 13 dimes in cents, so that'll be 13 dimes, so 13 times 10 cents, so that'll be 130 cents. Oops, cents. Okay, the value of 5 quarters in dollars, so I need to represent that as dollars. So that's 25 times 5, but it's 1.25. So really it's 0.25 times 5. All right, what would I be asking here? Well, this is the value of X quarters and Y nickels, and that is in cents. I know it's in cents, not dollars, because there's no decimal anywhere in front of the point, in front of the 25, making it 0.25. How do I know it's X quarters? Well, because you're multiplying it by 25. That's how much a quarter is. How do I know that Y is nickels? Well, because you're multiplying it by 5, which is the value of nickels. All right, so what's the value of Y nickels? Well, if I had 1 nickel, I'd have 5 cents. If I had 4 nickels, I'd have 20 cents, but I have Y nickels, so my value is 5Y, and that's 5Y cents, or 0.05Y dollars. So what would I be representing here? First of all, are we in dollars or cents? We are going to be into dollars. All right, I have 0.25 times P, so P must be the value of what kind of coin? Quarters. X is the value of dimes, and Y is the value of pennies. Why is Y pennies? Because 0.01, that's the value of a penny in dollars. So coming back here to word problems. Is this where I want to be? Nope, hold on. Okay. Now, difference between quantity and value. Okay. Your label box is often going to include the quantity. But let's get to that in a moment. So the number of cents in N nickels, so I need to operate in cents. So is that 0.05 or is that just 5? It's 5, so I'd have 5N. The number of dollars in D dimes, so I'm in dollars, so 0.10 dimes plus 0.50H, because half dollars. All right, the number of cents in X nickels. Okay, so 5 times my number of nickels is 5 times X plus, all right, this is how many dimes I have. That doesn't make any sense, but that's how many dimes I have, so I'm going to multiply that by the value. Okay, so I'm representing the value of X nickels and 25 minus X dimes, and that's what this is. Okay, so let's say there are a total of 20 coins, nickels and dimes. So here's 20 coins. I break those up into nickels and dimes. Maybe I have 10 of each. Maybe I have 2 nickels and 18 dimes. Maybe I have, let's see, they told me I have X dimes. So what if I have X dimes? Then how many nickels am I supposed to have? Well, what do you notice about each of these numbers? These pairings. They add up to 20. I know, because I told you there's a total of 20. So, okay, so I have 20 nickels and dimes, and I'm telling you I have X dimes. So how many nickels do I have? Well, what if I told you I had 7 dimes? You would say, oh, you have 13 nickels. And so ask yourself, how did you figure out that 13? You took 20 and you subtracted 7. So when I have X dimes, I'll take 20 and subtract X, and that'll give me N. So the number of nickels, the quantity of nickels, is going to be 20 minus X. This is called the total labeling technique, because you are given a total. So once you break it up into 2 parts, the one part is going to be X, and the other part is going to be the total minus the part. So remember, total labeling technique, total minus the part. All right, this show, it sold 2 kinds of tickets, adult and students. There were 240 tickets sold. So 240 tickets sold, some were adults, some were students. They sold X adult tickets. So how many student tickets did they sell? Well, I just told you, the total minus the part. So the total is 240. They sold X adult tickets, so this number of student tickets is going to be 240 minus X. That'll be the number of student tickets. The number of adult tickets is just going to be X. Now, when I say number of student tickets and number of adult tickets, am I talking about quantity or value? The answer is quantity. All right, let's talk about Mr. Price. He's got 85 stamps in his stamp collection that is composed of 2 types of stamps, 4-cent stamps and 8-cent stamps. All right, so the number of 8-cent stamps he has, how do I express the number of 8-cent stamps if he has X 4-cent stamps? So the number of 4-cent stamps is X. So how do I express the number of 8-cent stamps? Well, total labeling technique, I was told he has a total of 85. So if I have 4 of the 4-cent stamps, then I'm going to have 81 of the 8-cent stamps. If I have 20 of the 4-cent stamps, then I'm going to have 65. Why? Because it always has to add up to 85, because I have a total of 85 stamps in my collection. So how am I getting this number? I start with this number, my number of 4-cent stamps. How am I getting this number over here? Well, I just took 85 minus 4. I took 85 and I subtracted 20. So I'm going to take 85 and subtract X. That's going to be the number of 8-cent stamps that I have. Mostly for coin problems, though, we're going to have problems that look like this. And coin problems will involve quantity and value the same way. Ticket problems involve, excuse me, quantity and value. and we will get to that.